Personal brands are dying, and I don't mean to be pessimistic here, but just look around you guys. Ads are being thrown at you like candy on social media. People are focusing on views and superficial metrics instead of genuine value to their audience. And creators are boxing themselves into one topic just to get the sales. But what used to work in the traditional model doesn't work anymore. And don't get me wrong, this can be the best opportunity for anyone online, especially beginners. Something is going on with personal brands right now, and if you want to create one, that's amazing. Okay, that's the best thing that you can do, but you got to be smart on how to approach it. Okay, because a lot of people, they are realizing that a lot of creators are just creating content to make money. Okay, there are a lot of creators that are not being genuine, not being authentic, and people are getting tired of this. So if you're going to start, again, that's amazing, but you got to be smart on how to do it in order to help people and also be able to make money at the same time, because that's important. So in order to cover all of this, I'm going to be talking about three main points here in this video. The first one, the importance of personal brands. The second one, why the traditional model doesn't work anymore. And the third one, the new rise of creators. Okay, again, these are the creators that people resonate with and that people want to follow, and we want to be one of those creators. So I want to keep this one concise. By the way, I'm recording on my tablet. I hope this goes well and you guys like it. It's my first time doing this, and this is going to be a summary of my newsletter. So you are going to have the newsletter on the video's description. Now, let me tell you a quick story on how I discovered the importance of personal brands. So, well, around 2021, I bought a marketing course, and basically this course was about me sending messages on Instagram to people, to potential clients or creators that I wanted to work with, basically get them on a call and close the sale, okay, for a service that was around 2K, 3K, something like that. So for that, I needed to send messages, and a lot of messages on Instagram, but I end up failing. And the reason why I failed is because I didn't have any credibility. I didn't even understand marketing at all. And people obviously were not believing me because I was no one. They didn't know me, right? So I quickly switched to another business model, and I tried YouTube automation. But I tried that with my brother. By the way, I have a twin, and I've been trying this with my twin. And after some months, I decided to tell my brother, hey, you take the YouTube automation business because I'm more interested in marketing. I want to get back to marketing, and I want to try to make it work. So we did that. He continued with YouTube automation, and I went back to marketing. So I went ahead and I worked for another agency. Okay, this one was located in Canada. And the difference between the agency that I tried to build at the beginning and this one is that this one had proof. Okay, they already work with some clients, and they had testimonials, case studies, but they didn't have social presence. They were not creating content. So I needed to get them clients, but I needed to send DMs. So the same thing I was doing with my marketing agency from my Instagram account, which again didn't have any credibility, didn't have any content, none of that. Okay, so it was really difficult for me. I sent a lot of DMs, guys, but I was able to only do $450 as a commission. But I quit after that because it was really difficult, and I was really burned out, and I didn't want to do DMs anymore. So that got me a little bit disappointed, and I said, okay, let me see what I can do. And I started analyzing successful creators. I wanted to see what they were doing. Successful creators like Danko, Iman Gadzhi, Alex Hormozi, all these guys. And what I realized is that these people they all had a personal brand. Okay, they were educating, they were entertaining other people, and they were inspiring other people, which that's how they built an audience, right? And that's how they were making their money. And I was like, okay, I can create a personal brand as well, because not only like people with big followings, people with a small following were able to do that as well, have a personal brand and make money from it. So I was like, okay, I want to do it. Let me get started. But I had one big problem. I didn't know what to talk about. And that takes us to the second point, which is the traditional model and why it doesn't work anymore. So I was really confused, okay? And I was like, okay, how do I start? What am I going to talk about? How will I monetize it? So I decided to start creating content about marketing and also about like funnels and all these things. I said, okay, I talk about funnels, the importance of personal brands and all these things, and I will attract clients. Why not? Well, the thing, guys, is that I didn't have any credibility. I lacked credibility, results. I lacked all these things. I just didn't have any credibility. Like, my content, yes, was valuable, but it wasn't valuable because I didn't have results. And I struggled a lot at this point. However, when I started creating content, I learned filmmaking, I learned scripting, and I also learned video editing. But again, I was doing this content and I wasn't getting the clients that I wanted, okay? And in order for me to have credibility, I needed to have clients, but the content was not getting me the clients, which I thought it would, but it didn't. And I didn't want to send DMs again. I was tired of DMs. I didn't want to do them again. So I was like, okay, what should I do? Content is not working. I don't want to do DMs. What should I do? Well, guys, something really interesting happened at that point, because while I didn't get clients for the agency, I actually got clients for video editing. Some people started to reach into me, okay, on the DMs on Instagram, and they were asking if I could do the video editing for them because they liked my video editing skills. And I was like, okay, I don't have this offer, but these people are reaching out to me, wanting me to work for them. So I was like, okay, let's do it. And that's how I was actually able to make my first $1,000 and more. And it felt so good. Like, it was the first time I naturally attracted someone to my work. So that got me thinking, and I was like, okay, I'm talking about something, but I'm attracting other things. What's going on? Well, the only skill that I had was not with funnels, which is the stuff I was talking about, but video editing. That was the thing that I had experience with, and that was the thing that I showed my best on my videos. And that just takes us to the next step, the new rise of creators, the creators we want to be, okay? And there are 3 steps for that. But first, I want to address a mistake here that a lot of beginners do, especially me. I also did this mistake. Beginners try to position themselves as experts, okay? They create an account, they want to create a business, start an agency or whatever. They want to position themselves as experts, but the thing is that we are not experts. We're just starting out. So why would you want to run an agency, which, running an agency is kind of like a high level, because you gotta have skills. That's the thing. In order to run an agency, you gotta have a skill. Some people will tell you, okay, but you can outsource the work. Okay, you can outsource the work, but how you're gonna get the clients? How are you gonna get the clients if you don't have skills to have credibility on your content or on your DMs or whatever, right? It's like a cycle that like a lot of beginners cannot get out of, this cycle. So the way we want to do things is we want to grow step by step. The agency model is not bad, but we gotta go some steps back because we are trying to start from step 10 when we haven't gone through step 1, 2, 3, and 5 and all those. So you want to identify your situation and you want to document how you improve it. So in my case, once I recognized that people were interested in my editing, I switched from trying to create content about agencies and I created content about video editing, helping the younger version of myself. And guys, once I started creating this content, I created a YouTube editing tutorial. I was able to make my first 10,000 online only on my first info product, okay? That video editing tutorial, even though it was for people wanting to learn video editing, it also got me some clients, some video editing clients. So I was like, this is amazing. I'm being authentic. I'm documenting what I know. I'm sharing what I know. and I'm getting a lot better paid for this. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so I recommend people doing this, where if you want to start a skill or video editing, copywriting, whatever, identify the resources you have and play around with that. If you don't have a computer, fancy setup, go on Twitter and start there. Start with copywriting. You have a fancy setup, you can record yourself, you have speaking skills, create content online, show your setup, show good editing skills, and clients will come to you. That's just how it works. Okay, nothing complicated. No, that it's not rocket science. Okay, and that takes me to the next step, which is take the risks of doing things differently. Okay, take the risk of not doing what everyone else is doing. I myself, like, I saw other people running 10K a month agencies, 20K a month agencies, but that didn't feel right to me. I saw that I was just trying to do that for the money. I wasn't genuinely helping other people. It felt so weird. But once I started helping the younger version of myself and I started doing things differently, not following my mentor's advice, that's when I actually started having some success, because I created my own path. And honestly, the best path that you can follow is the one you create for yourself. So don't be afraid to do that. And then the last step I wanna talk about is about quality. Okay, you can take this one as you want, but let me explain something. I was practicing every day. I still practice every single day my skill. Okay, I'm practicing writing and video editing. So I practice every day, but in terms of video editing, for example, I only posted, or I only want to post quality reels. And the reason why is because even though I'm practicing every single day, if I post a reel every day, I know I'm not going to be doing my best on those reels. However, if I only post 2 or 3 reels a week, I know that I'm going to have time to actually post quality. And guys, volume doesn't matter anymore. Like, that's a thing for the traditional model. If you have a team and like you are a big creator, yes, go for volume. But if you're a beginner, focus on quality. Practice every day, but focus on quality, because quality is the thing that makes other people stop on your account, take a look at it, and be like, okay, this guy is actually good at what he says he's good. So that's how they're gonna reach out to you. Okay, and the reason why I say this is the new rise of creators is because these 3 steps are really authentic. Like, you start helping the younger version of yourself. Yes, if you document, you might not get high ticket clients, but it doesn't matter, because you cannot deliver for high ticket clients anyways if you're starting out. However, if you are starting out, you can help those who are just a few steps behind you, and organically, you're gonna get some clients from that as well, from that type of content, because clients are gonna see that you're actually putting in the effort and you're being authentic and genuine and you're helping other people, and they're like, bro, I like what you're doing, I want to work with you. That's how it works. And that would be this video, guys. I hope it was insightful. Again, this is basically my newsletter. I just wanted to make a video on YouTube about it. This is gonna be a new series, by the way, on the channel. And feel free to check the newsletter. Feel free to check other content on my channel as well. And if you have any questions about this, how you can start a personal brand, how you can approach it, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram if you have any questions. That would be it for today. I see you in the next video.